Ever feel like you're drowning in a sea of social media demands? Well, today we're going to crack the code. We're turning that chaotic puzzle of content creation into a powerful, streamlined strategy for your personal brand.
But before we get to the solution, let's just be real for a second. Let's talk about the elephant in the room for pretty much every creator out there, that feeling of complete and utter social media overwhelm.
Yeah, does this look familiar? It's that constant pressure, right? The feeling that you're always playing catch up, that you're never quite doing enough. If you're nodding along right now, trust me, you are so not alone in this. And the pressure is it's immense. The mental checklist just keeps growing. Build a memorable brand. Be on every platform. Post all the time. Honestly, it's enough to make you want to just toss your phone out the window.
Okay, but what if we could flip that script? What if building your brand wasn't a chore, but more like discovering and learning to use your own unique superpower? Let's take a look at what the real goal is here.
This right here is the big idea from the source material that kind of changes the whole game. Your personal brand, it's not just a logo or some cool colors. It's the unique value, the special perspective that only you can bring to the table. That is your real superpower.
But here's the catch, isn't it? The million-dollar question. What good is a superpower if using it just completely burns you out and leaves you exhausted? There has to be a better way to do this.
And you know what? There is. The pros, they have a playbook. And it really just boils down to 3 essential keys for scaling your presence without losing your mind. This is how you go from feeling totally swamped to feeling like you're actually in the driver's seat.
Okay, here they are, the 3 keys to crack the code. Streamline, repurpose, and scale. Sounds simple enough, but let's break down what each one actually looks like for your workflow.
All right, key number 1, streamline. And listen, this isn't about working harder or creating more. It's about working smarter. It means when you sit down to create that one main video, your big YouTube deep dive or whatever, you're already thinking from the get-go about all the ways you're going to reuse it.
And that flows perfectly into our second key, repurpose. This is where the real magic happens. It's the art of transformation. You take that one big video and you slice it and dice it. That single 10-minute video, it could become 5 short clips, 3 quote graphics, a couple of blog post ideas. You get the picture. The goal is to work once and get paid, so to speak, many times over.
Which of course brings us to our third and final key, scale. With all those little content assets you've created, you can now expand your presence. But, and this is a really big but, it's not about being everywhere. It's about being on the platforms that actually matter the most for your brand.
So think about it like this. You use those repurposed pieces strategically. Those really visual brand building clips, they're perfect for Instagram. The deeper, more detailed explanations, well, they've got a great home on YouTube. And those quick, punchy, maybe even funny moments, that's what TikTok was made for.
Now, this all sounds like a pretty great system, right? Almost like a content-making machine. But there's one rule. One non-negotiable anchor that holds this entire strategy together. It makes it actually work.
Because let's be honest, this is probably what you're thinking. If I streamline and repurpose and schedule everything, do I just turn into some kind of content robot? Do I lose that genuine, real connection with my audience? It's a super valid concern, and it's one this method is designed to solve.
So here's the bottom line, the huge distinction. Scaling with authenticity, that leads to genuine connections. It builds trust because you're still delivering real value. But scaling without it, that's when you get those robotic, generic posts that make people just scroll right on by. It completely backfires.
And that's really the guarantee built into this whole playbook. The source material couldn't be clearer. This system is designed to work without losing that vital human element. Authenticity isn't just a nice little bonus. It's the foundation of your superpower. So let's put all these pieces together. This isn't just a random collection of tips. This is a real blueprint for your success, a clear plan to help you thrive in the year ahead. Yeah, we're looking ahead to 2025. The whole point is to build a sustainable system for growth, not for burnout. That's the dream, right?
So here it is, your final checklist, your blueprint. First, know your superpower. Then, streamline your creation process. Repurpose that content like a pro. Scale across the platforms that matter. And through it all, anchor every single action in authenticity. That's it. That is the complete blueprint to crack the code. The playbook is in your hands now. You have the 3 keys and the authenticity anchor to make it all work. So the only question left is, what are you going to build? What are you going to share? What doors are you going to unlock?